Very rarely, guys, will I ever get hyped for an upcoming Roblox game. I believe the last game that I was kind of excited to play was probably Frontlines, because I really like Call of Duty. I love Battlefield. I'm a massive fan of FPS games. But yeah, that was ages ago. I think Frontlines has been a thing for about 2 or 3 years now, maybe even 4 years. And ever since then, I haven't really seen like an upcoming Roblox game that I've been kind of interested to play, if that makes sense. You know, you'll never find me excited about Brain Rot Tsunami or whatever the heck's on the front page these days. Mostly just like garbage, throwaway games that kids play for a year until the game dies. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about this game called Eleons or Eleon Adventures. Now, I wanted to make a video about this for a few reasons. Firstly, the game looks really cool. Like, it genuinely looks awesome. I can see they've put so much effort into it. It's basically Loomain Legacy, but way better. Without me trying to sound too rude to Loomain Legacy, because their game's good as well. I just think what Eleons have done here is they've fixed all of like the issues with Loomain Legacy, and they've made a really good, up-to-date, polished game, which honestly just looks kind of incredible. I'll show you the footage in a second. But the other reason I wanted to talk about this is because I have a feeling Nintendo is gonna absolutely hate it, and Nintendo might come after Roblox again, or, you know, more specifically this game, but we'll see. Time will tell. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But yeah, Eleons, I'll link their Twitter down below in the video's description, because they've got trailers and images and character designs, and yeah, let's go and watch this. So you can clearly see from this short trailer, yeah, it's very heavily Pokemon inspired, which is why I was a bit nervous that Nintendo might see this and go, okay, we're gonna take this down. But we'll see. I don't think they've said anything yet. But look at this, guys. It just looks incredible. The graphics are so good. The particle emitters, the animated characters, the GUIs, the scenery, everything just looks amazing. Like, the quality looks kind of insane. If you compare this to a game like Pokemon Brick Bronze or Loomain Legacy, you can see there is a clear difference. This genuinely looks like a game that you'd play on like a Nintendo Switch or something. Also, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but there's a little Easter egg on the trailer. Nintendo might shut down their project for this one thing, but yeah, the Roblox character is wearing a gold-plated Gengar chain. Yeah, I have a feeling they might need to change that. As I was saying though, yeah, they've got characters, sprites, designs. I will link this down below in the video's description so you can see them for yourself. The characters do remind me of Loomians, like, quite a bit, but to be fair, I guess they are just random creatures. Like, you know, this could remind you of any old game. Power World as well, I guess. Oh, here you go. We've got the starters. So those are what the creatures spawn out of, like little hexagons. So let's see what we got. 3 of them, fire, water, and grass. They do look really cool, actually. I prefer the designs to Loomain Legacy. No offense if anyone from that game's watching. Do we get the names of them? Okay, let me try and find the names. Oh, here you go. So the first one is called Vinyuki or something. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's the grass guy. For fire, we've got Scoraptor, a fire dinosaur. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then for water, this guy is called Cascub. So yeah, I really like these. I think they look really good. That was one of my only complaints about Loomain Legacy, actually. I didn't like how the in-game trainers looked, because their characters just looked kind of off a bit. I think they should have kept them as Roblox characters. And one of my other complaints, I didn't really like the 3D model system. I think they should have kept it like Pokemon Brick Bronze, where they sort of use these like 2D pixel sprites. I think they just fit the game a lot better. I'm not saying Loomain Legacy had to include Pokemon. You know, they could have kept their Loomians and just made them like pixel 2D things. That would have been a lot better in my personal opinion. But yeah, there you go. How is Loomain Legacy doing anyway? So it's still up. Nintendo didn't go after it. I mean, thank God for that. Active 400, so yeah, not that great. I know the game does have 900 million visits, but you've got to remember, Loomain Legacy was like re-uploaded on top of the old Pokemon Brick Bronze place, if that makes sense. So if you find old videos of Pokemon Brick Bronze when it was deleted, you can see it had 485 million visits already. So that means in about 2 or 3 years, Pokemon Brick Bronze got more visits than Loomain Legacy got in 7 years, because that game was made in 2019. So yeah, that's kind of sad. But obviously the original Pokemon is always going to be more popular than just random creature creations. Anyway, let's talk about Eleon some more, because yeah, I was saying Nintendo is not going to be too happy with this. I can just tell when they see this, they're not going to be impressed. And there is probably something that they're going to try and take down. Like, it could be anything. If these guys have one little asset that is similar to something that Nintendo made inside of Pokemon, it could even be like a gameplay mechanic or anything like that. If Nintendo noticed this, they might get angry and they might take it down. I mean, it really depends how well the game does. I mean, I want it to do well, but and at the same time, I don't want it to get deleted because it does look awesome. Oh, they can evolve as well. Oh, that's so sick. Look at the evolving sort of like, what would you call that? Animation, I guess. Oh man, that's so cool. I really like the way they made these sprites. I don't quite know how they did that. The quality of them just looks so crisp, I guess. It doesn't look like Roblox, does it? I think that's why it's so good. Obviously, they've got wild encounters as well, where you run into the grass and you can battle it or catch it and get it on your team or, you know, whatever you want. Actually, what is this? There's something special going on here. Oh, is that like a... Wait, the trainer's getting beaten up? What is going on? Wow, that's kind of crazy. I didn't realize you could have a fight as a trainer and start punching the creature. Oh, it is a battle. It's just like a cinematic cutscene thing. Yeah, this does look sick. Now, let's talk a little bit more about Nintendo, because a lot of you guys probably won't know about this, but a couple of years ago, I would say throughout 2024 and definitely 2025 as well, Nintendo kind of got a bit fed up with Roblox and they were going on this massive deleting spree. They were mainly targeting 2D clothing, 3D clothing, UGC accessories, like tons of Pokemon and Mario and Nintendo related IP was getting deleted, but they also started targeting random games like this. You can see this guy is the developer for a game called Sakaiju, I think, A World of Creatures, which is a game I haven't personally played, but I was looking at this thread a couple of years ago and I just remembered it, and it's not really related to Pokemon at all, but Nintendo still took it down with a copyright strike. And you can actually see here back in August 25th of 2024, a Roblox staff member said to the guy that made the game, he said, "Hello there, thank you for contacting us about this issue. Your game was taken down because the copyright owner, Nintendo, claimed that the game was infringing on its rights." And this guy tried to like stop Nintendo taking down his stuff. He said, "Okay, I'll delete like whatever Nintendo doesn't like from the game." So he removed it. He got back to Roblox and they said, "You have indicated that you have taken steps to remove the infringing content. However, because it is possible that the infringing content still exists in the game, Roblox is not able to restore it without the copyright owner's permission." So that is flipping mental. Even though this guy removed like whatever Nintendo didn't like, Roblox still had to get Nintendo's permission to restore the game, which just doesn't sound right. That's ridiculous. I swear that's not how copyright works. Anyway, there is this entire thread here and this guy was just really upset really because yeah, it looks like a dragon sort of creature battles game. I'm really confused about why Nintendo didn't like this and tried to take it down. The game only had like a couple of million plays. Okay, I know that's a lot, but compared to other stuff, you know, it's not like Nintendo is losing money because of this. They're just a horrible company. You know, I've always hated Nintendo. They really do bully creators. I don't know if you guys remember this a few years ago where Nintendo was just harassing YouTubers that were making videos of their games, like just putting mods in them. I don't even think they were linking like the mods as downloads. They were just like showing how funny it looked, and Nintendo was going nuts about it and trying to get people's like videos taken down and blocked. It was just a horrible mess. I've hated Nintendo for years. Oh, this was the reason. Nintendo claims that the game was infringing on its rights for using Pokeballs. What the hell? Now there's some good news, right? The guy that made this game did not give up. He kept telling Roblox there is no Pokeballs, I didn't use any Nintendo features, and finally the game got restored. So the game is open. Oh, it's got 20 people online. There you go, with 2.5 million visits. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below, just because I thought this guy's thread was really interesting. And of course, he battled Nintendo and survived. He got to keep his game, which is very, very rare. Yep, if you haven't noticed, Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company, and that is why they abuse copyright, because they feel like they can get away with it, right? Unfortunately, whoever has the most money is, well, more likely to win, even if you're not in the wrong. This happened in 2024 as well. Nintendo went after the game Power World, and this time they didn't sue Power World for any kind of character designs or Pokemon ripoffs or Pokeballs or anything. They tried to sue Power World for the game mechanics. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Look at this. The lawsuit alleges that Power World infringed on patents related to capturing and summoning creatures in a 3D environment. How the heck can you copyright that? That's ridiculous. Including mechanics similar to throwing a ball to capture monsters. Oh man. Now, there is some good news here as well. Nintendo lost. Basically, yeah, Power World is a big enough game to afford a team of decent lawyers. Those lawyers made a strong case against Nintendo and the judge agreed, and the lawsuit got chucked out for being completely stupid and unreasonable. I bet the Nintendo ninjas probably couldn't cope with the fact that they lost. I don't know if it's just me guys, but I have noticed ever since Pokemon Legends ZA got released, Nintendo has been a bit more crazy with the copyright takedowns. Maybe it's because this game didn't perform so well. I mean, it wasn't exactly designed very well, was it? Look at this, right? This guy was saying they sued Power World because this is the best they can do. yeah, this game sucks. What you're looking at right now is one solid wall, but because Nintendo didn't build their game correctly, there is two textures overlapping and it's just a mess. That's not the only issue as well. If you look at more info about this Pokemon ZA Legends, whatever the heck it's called, there is so many problems with it. Like back in October last year, people were laughing their heads off over how bad this game is. I guess the new Pokemon designs as well were just not that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon. I just don't like Nintendo. I just think they're a nasty company. They bully creators. They do harass other companies that make similar games involving monsters and creatures. And it's just a shame, you know? If Nintendo are gonna act like such bullies, well, yeah, I'm just not gonna support them, especially when they're releasing trash like this. Nobody wants to capture the cheese string, man. Come on. Anyway, when Eleons releases, I'll probably cover it either in a normal video or a short or something. Let's just hope Nintendo leave it alone. Very quickly, before we finish today's video, I just want to point out something as well, because guys, if you search Eleon's Adventure, as I was saying, the game hasn't been released yet. Pretty much all of the games that are going to pop up, except for Loomain Legacy, they are scams. You can see, unfortunately, people are playing these, and these games mask themselves as some kind of early access demo. But no, it's actually just a straight up scam. Pretty much, they try to convince you to buy a Game Pass, which are all very expensive. The cheapest one is 300 Robux, and when you buy these, well, you get absolutely nothing. So I don't know if it says if people have been buying it. 0 ratings. Okay, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe nobody's bought it. Here's some gameplay of the scam though. So yeah, do not join these. They are fake scams. They look very pixelated and dodgy, and if you buy any of the Game Passes or the early access or whatever, it doesn't work. It's not a real thing. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll link the Eleon's Twitter down below if you want to follow them if you're excited for this game, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.